Fans of The Real Housewives of Atlanta rejoiced at the announcement of Porsha Williams getting back on the show. However, the excitement was overshadowed by unexpected news. First, they tied the knot in a lavish traditional Nigerian ceremony, followed by an American wedding in Atlanta. The marriage was not without controversy, as the couple navigated public scrutiny and speculation regarding the nature of their relationship. And then, reports emerged revealing Porsha's decision to file for divorce from her husband, Simon Guobadia. By the way, it was just 15 months of love and hate. Their whirlwind romance, which began with their wedding in 2022, has come to an abrupt end. Despite initial hopes for a lasting union, the reality of their split doesn't come as a shock. Many fans felt their relationship lacked compatibility, making it difficult to envision Porsha and Simon growing old together. Simon was no spring chicken, having previously married a housewife, Fallon Guobadia. Simon and Fallon got married in 2019. Fans of Real Housewives of Atlanta had seen the two women befriending each other on the show, so it came as a surprise when Porsha claimed she had fallen in love with Simon. Even though Porsha denies any mistress behavior, the time frame appeared suspicious. Well, a source told Life in Style the alleged reason for the divorce. It was a case of too much too soon. It wasn't enough time to really get to know someone, but Porsha was swept off her feet by Simon, the source claimed. Porsha and Simon did announce their engagement after only dating for several weeks. That was quick. At the time, Porsha didn't appreciate anyone skeptical of her new romance, including her fellow Real Housewives of Atlanta peaches. According to The Insider, there were also other issues inside the marriage. Although this rumor has not been confirmed by Porsha or Simon, friends found Simon controlling, and that was a problem for Porsha, who is so independent. It's not her style to be told what to do and when to be home, the source alleged. What started out as a mutual separation dissolved into Simon accusing his ex-wife of cheating on him with a new man. It was very hard for fans to believe that Simon and Porsha weren't sneaking around behind Fallon's back. The math didn't math, as the couple were engaged only 1 month after he announced his divorce from Fallon. I might have understood Simon being given words and looks of disgust after Fallon attacked the group of women with a golf club, but the whole scenario didn't sit well with me. So I wonder if Porsha caught her man stepping out on her as well. We all know this is not Porsha's first rodeo in the marriage arena. Porsha and Kordell Stewart first tied the knot in 2011, with fans shortly being introduced to the duo during season 5. Their marriage was anything but hunky-dory, and tradition seemed to be the main theme for what the NFL player wanted out of his wife. Porsha was seen cooking, cleaning, and avoiding strip clubs on girls' nights out. Porsha was the youngest housewife to ever join the franchise, but her toxic marriage played out in front of the cameras. Kordell didn't like how the other women were influencing his wife, and quickly filed the paperwork to end the marriage. As we know, Simon has walked down the aisle a few times himself. The golf enthusiast has actually exchanged vows 3 times, which almost makes me feel as if he doesn't take the union of marriage seriously. Simon was first married for 20 years to Karen English. He then moved on to his second long-term relationship, Connie Andrade Rivera, who was a model. Even though it wasn't clear if they were ever married, they did have a daughter together. Simon then married Fallon, and lastly, Porsha. So it's safe to say neither was afraid to bring up the D word if things got too hard. Firstly, there was a major age difference of 16 years. Honestly, what does a man with 5 kids who could be Porsha's father have in common with his young bride? Porsha still very much enjoyed a night out, and it often looked like Simon just wanted to go home and get into his bed with his Life Alert bracelet. Simon is also a huge fan of gold and luxury cars, while Porsha seemed more excited about finding an on-theme outfit. Simon is also happily retired, while Porsha is still hustling. Simon is over the hill and ready to pump the brakes, but the mother of one is full steam ahead, hardly slowing down. I wonder if they both lacked quality time together, as that could have taken a major toll on their relationship. I don't want to think that Porsha was a mini gold digger, but she sure as hell enjoyed the perks that came with her marriage. Money can't always make you happy. I am very much looking forward to seeing Porsha tell her side of the story when she returns to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Guobadia spends a lot of his free time on the golf course. He has shared Instagram posts of himself working on his golf swing on the course, as well as practicing at home in his backyard and at the golf range. Simon wrote in a since-deleted Instagram story, "I will stop loving my wife when divorce is final." The CEO was featured by Simply Buckhead magazine in June 2022, where he shared more about his passion for car collecting. He told the publication that his current collection is worth upward of $2 million and includes 3 Rolls-Royces, a Phantom, a Cullinan, a Dawn, a Ferrari 812 GTS, a Coachman Mach 2 custom van, a Mercedes-AMG S63, and a Cadillac Escalade. "I just love them," Guobadia told the magazine. "I love the history around certain vehicles, whether they're Italian or British or German." In January 2022, he also gifted Porsha Williams his and hers Rolls-Royce Ghosts. Williams shared snaps of herself in the new car on Instagram along with the hashtag #ThankYouHubby. Guobadia has been married 3 times before, most recently to former Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Fallon Guobadia. The pair wed in June 2019 but announced their separation in April 2021. "After a year and a half together, Fallon and I have made the mutual decision to end our marriage. Despite our willingness to be transparent, we respectfully ask for privacy at this time. Thank you," he wrote on his Instagram stories at the time. The former couple finalized their divorce in July 2021, just a few months after Guobadia proposed to Williams. Porsha Guobadia's return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta may seemingly be marred by her husband's ongoing citizenship issues. Her husband, Simon Guobadia, recently had a federal court in Atlanta, Georgia, deny his petition to overturn the denial of his citizenship application. With the mysterious origins of their relationship, Simon is also facing issues that are even more problematic. Simon is originally from Nigeria and has been working on getting his American citizenship. It was the pursuit of his citizenship that opened up an even bigger problem. Simon first came to the United States in 1982. He overstayed his visitor visa and then tried to extend it after getting married in 1985. The government deemed the marriage to be a fraud, and he was sent back to Nigeria. He then came back to the US 1 year later, and once again, let his visitor visa expire. This time, however, Simon engaged in criminal activities. According to All About the Tea, in 1987, Simon was arrested for bank and credit card fraud, to which he pled guilty to all the felony charges. In 1989, he was arrested again for unauthorized use of a vehicle, and in 1990 for fraud. After multiple arrests spanning between 1987 to 1990, Immigration and Naturalization Service, INS, once again began deportation proceedings against Simon. Then in 1991, Simon committed credit card fraud again. Charges were pressed, and a judge determined that Simon should be deported. Simon, however, did not listen to the judge, as he had already established a new identity to live under, making it possible for him to stay in the country. New Simon received his green card in 1992, the same year he was technically deported. Of course, there's no telling when this divorce will be final. Although Porsha and Simon were only married for about 15 months, we've seen plenty of reality TV stars whose divorces last longer than the marriage itself. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss future notifications.